How to troubleshoot a direct drive electric starter system. The starter system is like a relay race. If even one component fails to pass the baton, the engine won't get off the starting line. Consider this situation. During pre-flight, you activate the starter switch. The lights come on, but the engine remains silent. The propeller does not move, and the engine does not crank. This signals a starter system fault. Effective troubleshooting begins at the power source and follows the current path through each component. In a direct drive system, the starter motor drives a worm gear and clutch spring housed in the adapter. This motion turns the starter gear, which engages the ring gear on the propeller hub. That, in turn, rotates the crankshaft to start the engine. If the motor spins but the propeller doesn't move, the fault is likely mechanical. If nothing moves at all, you should first check the electrical circuit. Understanding how power and motion flow through the system helps you trace the fault to its source. Let's return to our example of the faulty starter switch. First, we will examine the electrical issue. You check the battery and its voltage is good. Next, you test the starter switch using a continuity check. The results show that the switch is not delivering output. This points to a faulty switch. To troubleshoot this issue, you must refer to the FAA troubleshooting chart. According to the chart, when battery voltage is present but the switch has no output, the switch must be either adjusted according to the manufacturer's instructions or replaced. You have already tried adjusting the switch, but it didn't work, so now you must replace it. Now that the switch has been replaced, you activate the starter switch again. This time the starter motor spins, but the propeller still does not move. Again, we turn to the FAA troubleshooting chart. It indicates that if the motor runs but the crankshaft does not rotate, the cause may be a starter lever not engaging with the crankshaft gear, or a faulty overrunning clutch or drive. You inspect the clutch and gear connection. The ring gear is intact, but the clutch spring is worn and does not engage the crankshaft properly. After replacing the clutch spring, you retest the system. The gear now engages and the engine cranks normally. Let's examine another possible fault. The engine does not rotate, but battery and master switch voltage are normal. You check voltage across the starter relay coil and find none. This confirms a failed starter relay. Once replaced, the engine starts. With each fault, you used a systematic process and FAA references to reach a clear diagnosis and resolve the issue. That is the mindset of a skilled technician. They know the system, follow the current, and trust the data.